It's an annual tradition for Russia's President Vladimir Putin taking questions from the public during a call-in program. This year's questions covered everything from Syria to the economy, even U.S. President Barack Obama. CCTV's Elena Casas reports from Moscow.
3 hours and 40 minutes of live TV with more than 3 million questions submitted. Putin's annual Q&A was a marathon, aimed at showing he's listening to all the Russian public's concerns. One of those was Syria, where Putin praised the army of Bashar al-Assad, saying it is able to carry out major attacks on ISIL, despite the partial withdrawal of the Russian troops supporting it.
We left the Syrian army in a position where it can carry out serious offensive operations. Already after our withdrawal, it has taken Palmyra. It has also taken some other important strategic settlements.
He also expressed support for the Syria peace talks underway in Geneva and said the country must hold early elections, but didn't say if Assad should be allowed to stand. The Russian president was also asked about Turkey, which supports the rebels in Syria. He said Turkey still isn't a safe country for Russian tourists to visit, but despite their strained relations, he said Turkey is still Russia's friend. On eastern Ukraine, Putin said he backed a proposal from President Poroshenko to increase the presence of OSCE monitors and arm them to enforce a ceasefire. He also unexpectedly praised US President Obama.
He called him a decent person, and that was a far cry of that ongoing war of words between Moscow and Washington, which we have seen in the recent months and years.
But the questioners were mostly concerned with domestic issues, above all inflation that sent food prices soaring. Putin admitted the Russian economy isn't in good shape, but said the price rises are a short-term problem, and Russia has enough cash in its reserve funds to last for at least 4 years. Elena Casas, CCTV, Moscow.